All right, problem number 6. If the circumference is 18 feet using pi equals 3, what is the radius of this circle? Okay, don't get nervous. Let's use our formula. So our formula for circumference with a radius, or circumference finding a radius, is C equals 2. I'm going to go up here, insert my special character, type the word pi, click on it once, and it automatically shows up 2 pi r. Okay, that's my formula. You just type in your formula. These are things you're going to have to start memorizing and remembering. These little formulas here, where you will, for the STAR test, have your reference sheet, but these are things that you need to start remembering because you'll be using them as you go through geometry. And if you can memorize them, then it's easier for you to be able to solve for them. So my equation is, I know my circumference, if the circumference is 18, so I replace that C with 18, because here C equals circumference. Then I just bring down the equal sign. I bring down my 2. Now remember, when they're all stuck together like this, they're all multiplying each other. So I'm going to use my X, and I'm spacing it out so you can see it. They say pi equals 3, so 3 times R. I don't know what my R is. That's what I'm trying to solve for. So I'm going to bold that so you can see that. That is what I don't know. So now I am going to go through my answer. And I'm going to do PEMDAS so that way you can see. 18 I'm going to bring down. What is 2 times 3? Right here. I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. I don't know what my R is, so I'm going to put it in parentheses so that X doesn't worry or doesn't bother you. So what is 6 times R? Well, I don't know. I don't know what 6 times R is. So what I need to do is I need to actually utilize the information I learned from Unit 6, the unit right before this unit. I need to isolate the R. So I was telling people in class, think of it, it has COVID-19. We need to quarantine that R. It cannot hang out with his little buddy 6. So what is happening right here? Well, right there I'm multiplying. What's the opposite of multiplication? It's division. So in order to get rid of the 6 on this side, I need to do the opposite of what is happening. So I need to divide by 6. So I'm going to insert a special character so you can see it. So here's my little division sign. So I'm going to divide by 6 on both sides. So I have 18 divided by 6. And this 6 being divided by this 6 cancels each other out. So I'm going to write the answer on this next line. So I have, let me start from the left to right. Let's go this way. So 18 divided by 6. What multiplied by 6 equals 18? 3. So I'm going to bring that down. Now I have solved this side of the equation already. 18 divided by 6 equals 3. I bring down my equal sign. Now I have 6 divided by 6 equals 1. And then I have my R. So it could be 1R. We don't actually write it like that. We just write the letter by itself. If it's by itself, we already know it's 1. So I have 3 equals R. Or it could be R equals 3. You can read it either way. Now my 3 is going to be feet. And so do I have that down here? I sure do. So I'm going to highlight that. I am going to take this word and bring it up. And that's how you solve for something, just like we did in Unit 6. You just isolate the variable, and then you do the opposite to get everything to the other side of the equal sign, whether it's on the left, whether it's on the right, it doesn't matter, whichever way you're going. And then, or inverse operation, I guess I should call it that. And then you go ahead, you isolate your variable, and then you have your answer. So when I write PEMDAS, what I'm trying to help you understand is I'm working in order of operations. That's all I'm doing here. If that is confusing to you, you don't need to write that on there. You can write whatever keyword helps you remember what to do. So at first, he was nominated by profit, or motivated by profit, not nominated, sorry. He was motivated by profit, but then he wanted to save Jewish employees. So this is what Schindler was going through in his life. So your take from this in learning more about him is how to plug in your formula, plug in your values, or how to recall your formula, plug in your values, and then solve for the letter that doesn't have a value. And that's what you're doing.